Hello, I'm the Eternal Newbie. The extra L is for lesson, because today I'm going to learn you something. At least if you need it. Because today we're going to talk about how to make a character on Roll20. Roll20 is a very popular platform. I play on it all the time. And I've noticed a lot of people want to get started in D&D. They might not know how to do this. So, just a real quick tutorial on how to go around Roll20. Yeah, before I get started, let me start some music. Check my levels. Probably do a little bit. Yeah, that looks good. Alright, so let's get started. You see I have in front of me a blank character sheet. This is a game I'm a GM in, so that's why I see this stuff. As a player, you won't see that. When you go to your character sheet, you're usually given this option. Now, I tried the charactermancer when it first came out. It was a dumpster fire. It was a dumpster fire that could be seen from space. It was horrible. I mean, I did only try it once. I just didn't like it. I tried it again a few months ago. It is actually really good. But I'm not going to show you the charactermancer today. Maybe I'll do that in a future video. It's actually not that hard to use. It's rather intuitive. Pretty easy to use. So I'm just going to go ahead and make my sheet the old-fashioned way. I have decided I want to make a monk. I love monks. So I go over here to this little eye thing that's compendium. I type in monk, and it'll tell me everything I need to know to make a monk. This is going to be an AL legal character because I'm making this for an AL game. So I'm just going to go down the list. Hit die, 1d8. I am level 1. I'm a monk. Cool thing about when I choose monk, it automatically fills in my saving throws, so that's cool. Race. It's Season 9. Season 9, where you can either get this really cool ability to fly, if you want to have a character that's main charisma, or you get some magic item, which, honestly, the magic item choices you get, they're mostly flavorful. There are a few that you could use for something, but there are good choices. The only problem is, they don't hold a candle to flying. But you know what? I'm going to be a monk. I don't need charisma. I'm going goblin. So, that's it for that. I do need a name. I'll get my name. I'm going to do my name last. So over here, I'm going to go ahead and fill out my goblin stuff first. I'm going to put in goblin. And let's see what we got. We got proficiencies. Oh, goblin's language. We have monsters. None of that is what I want. I want to play a character goblin. So I just go to Google. Hey, Google. You see sites I go to a lot. No big surprises here, I hope. Anyway, and I put in Goblin PC. And I'll throw a 5e just to be safe. And here we go. First thing, he'll tell me everything I need to know about goblins. So, I get +2 to dexterity and +1 to con. I'm going to go ahead and put that on my sheet right now. You don't have to do it this way. I just like put it on this way. So I go here, look here. I'm a goblin, so I get +2 to dexterity, +1 to con. Now I just went to that little gear thing. If you didn't see it, go back to core. So that's all set. As you can see, it already added it right there. Because it starts with a base 10. I'm going to change those later. Let's see what else I get as goblin. I'm a small creature. I have a base walking speed of 30, though, which is pretty good. So let's fill that in. 30. If I go to bio, I can fill in I'm small. Back to core. Let's see what else I get. Dark vision. You know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to cut and paste all this stuff. Because I'm going to put all this stuff on my character sheet right here. But rather than go back and forth or typing it all in, I just look, paste it. And this is my dark vision. Put that up here. There's the name. That's racial. I get it because I'm a goblin. Now I just cut the other stuff I did. Wait, did I only get... Oh, Fury of the Small. And there we go. Dark Vision's all set. I guess I could take out that period. I'll probably do that later because I'm just a kind of weirdo that wants to have stuff right like that. So now I'm going to put in Fury of the Small. I do recommend doing this. You don't have to do this. I mean, like for dark vision, everyone knows what dark vision does. But stuff like this, Fury of the Small, a lot of people don't play goblins. So, oh, I didn't copy my thing, did I? Nimble escape. Oops. So, you might want to put these in here so that you can ping them. And I'll show you that in a minute. Let me finish putting these in. Paste. By the way, if you happen to own Goblin the Compendium on this game and you put it in the Charactermancer, it'll do all this stuff for you automatically. It's pretty nice. So there we go. Now, let's say that I'm playing the game and the DM's like, hey, yo, what are you doing? Why are you disengaging the bonus action? You're not a rogue. I'm going to be like, oh, Goblin, I got Nimble Escape. He's like, Nimble Escape? What's that? Hit that little thing. Ah, Nimble Escape. There you go. Makes sense. So that's why I put that stuff in here. Like I said, don't have to. Dark Vision's not even worth it because everyone knows what Dark Vision is. But I like having it in there. So what do we got next? Next we got... I can speak, read, and write Goblin, and whatever. I'm going to put that over here. Other proficiencies in language. Goblin and Common. You can put them on several ones. I like putting them together. And now there you go. I'm a Goblin. Let's go ahead and see what else I need to do. Now I want to be a monk. So I go back here. Here to the eye. Put in monk. And here we go. This will tell me everything I need to know to make a monk. My hit dice, I can't do that yet. You know what I need to do? I need to figure out my ability scores right here. Now, this is AL, so I could either do... What's that thing called? I always do point by. Standard array. I could do standard array, or I could do point by. I always do point by. That's where you get a 27-point pool, and sometimes they cost more, like if you're buying a 14 or 15 or whatever. They cost whatever. So let me show you. So let's say you don't know how to do point by. It's not hard math, but let's say you're just you're feeling lazy like I am. Go to Google again. Put in 5e point by. The very first one it takes you to is, I use this one a lot. You can put in your race. I don't know if I can put in my race. I can put in my race. And now, see, I have a total of 27 points. I don't care about strength. I'm a monk. I do care a lot about dexterity. So I'm bumping that up to 14. With my +2 for being a goblin, that's 16. Technically, and point by, the highest you can go is 15, so I could get it to 17, but as you can see right here by my ability modifier, it only changed every other number. Constitution, I'm going to need something. I'm going to put that to 13, because with my +1, it's 14. Intelligence, I don't want to be dumb. As a matter of fact, I want to be smart. I'll explain why later. Not for anything character-wise, for flavor. I definitely want to be wise, so I'm going to bump this thing up as high as it can go, almost. Yeah, I'm going to bump that thing up as high as it can go. And now I've got 2 more points, so let's throw them in charisma. So here we go. 8, 14, 13, 12, 15, 10. Now I just go down here. 8, 14. Notice I put in 14 here, and it bumps up to 16 because I put that 2 in before. You don't have to put that 2 in there. I could have just put straight 16 right there. 13, 12. I think I want this was 15, right? And 10. Now I know I just said I don't want that odd numbers here are the same as even. 15 is the same as 14. I'd have 2 here either case. As you can see, I got a 14 here. I get a 2. But I'm thinking in the future when I get to level 4, I might want to take a feat that gives me +1 wisdom, and then that'll bump it up to 16. In case you're wondering why I did that. So, we've got that taken care of, and you'll notice it filled in these things right here, which is pretty awesome. Like, because my intelligence is 1, my intelligent thing is 1. My strength is -1, so there we go. Let's go ahead and start building this character. I don't want this video to be too long. I got things to do today. Like, try another video. So, I'm just going to go down the list. Now I can figure out my hit points. I get 8 plus my Constitution modifier. Constitution modifier is 2. 10 hit points. You notice things like my initiative fill in automatically. If you're wondering why I have 3.16 and when you play you have just 3, there's a setting under here that you can do. I'm not going to worry about that. Maybe I'll do that in a future video if people are interested, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. I just like having that for tiebreakers, which comes up more often than you think. So you notice that's all filled out. Everything here is ready. So let's move on. Let's go with Proficiencies. I am proficient with the following items. I get no armor, simple weapons and short swords. Let's put that in here. Weapon. Simple. And short swords. What else we got? Weird how this says whatever. Short sword's not spelled right. Alright, you know what? Instead of moving these around, let's be smart about this and do this. I get a tool, an artisan tool of any type, or a musical instrument. That is for most part just flavor, but so what I'm going to do is, I want to put that up here because this is tool proficiencies. Put it in, just put a name. I'm going to go banjo. I'm going to be a banjo playing. Yeah, I might change that. But anyway, I'm going to put this to, nope, proficient, and query. That way I can decide what I want to do. So, let's say I'm playing my banjo. The DM's like, hey, play your banjo. Like, okay. Dexterity? Because I'm using my dexterity to play a really hard song. It's like, nah, I think that'd be charisma. I choose charisma. And look at that. I played my banjo pretty good. I rolled a 16 with my +2. There you go. Let's see. So we got that taken care of. Let's keep on keeping on. I got my saving throws already filled out. I get to choose 2 of these. Now, I'm a goblin, but I'm going to be a space goblin. So I want to choose things that fit with what I'm doing. Space goblins spend a lot of time in 0G. That's why we're not so strong. But we are used to navigating, so we're acrobatic. We're also used to going on away missions, so we got to sneak around. So I chose those 2. You can really choose whatever you want. I just want to have a reason for it. Now let's go ahead and add some weapons to my stuff. I got this stuff all taken care of. I get a short sword or any simple weapon. I'm going to go with the short sword. And I get a Dungeoneer's pack or an Explorer pack, and I get 10 darts. Easiest way to do this here is going back to our journal. Not journal, compendium. And let's look them up. Short sword. I don't want proficiency, I want the actual short sword. All I have to do is click on the name. There we go. Short sword. Now I get a Dungeoneering pack. I don't exactly remember what's in it, but in case you wanted to see, I can just click on it and it should tell me. There we go. All that stuff. If I wanted to add all that stuff individually, I could. I might do that later. But not right now because we're kind of trying to get through this. I also get 10 darts. I don't know why I put 10 in there. Darts. So once again, all I have to do is click and drag. And you'll notice when I drag it over here, it not only appears in my inventory, since it's a weapon, I get my attack. Now if I was going to actually attack with this, let's say I'm in the game and I want to attack with this, all I've got to do is click on the word, short sword. Ooh, I missed. That's a crit fail. It wouldn't be a video of mine if there wasn't a crit fail in it, right? Good damage that I didn't get, though. So, that's how that works. The same thing with darts. I am so glad I'm recording this. I gotta try one more time just to see. That's max damage right there. Bam! Alright, see? See? In case you don't believe my luck thing, there you go. Anyway, at least it wasn't another crit fail. So, let's see where we're at now. Got all the equipment. Now I get to see what I get at level 1. I get martial arts. So I get a D4. Let's look down and see what these are. Now these you cannot think. Yeah, these you can't just click and drag. So I just do the same thing I did before. Cut and paste. Copy and paste. So I'm going to add it over here. Paste. Copy and paste. And that is not racial, that is class. Because I'm a monk. 1. And then martial arts. Same thing. Oh wow, this is all martial arts down here. Sometimes I like to do these. Oh no, wait, that's key points. I don't want key yet. I'm not ready for key yet. That's level 2. Sometimes I do those things separate. I'll worry about that when I get there. Maybe I'll do a video about leveling up your character here. So that's all here. Martial arts basically says that a lot of things, but it says I can use monk weapons. Oh hey, I'll show you what it says. class. And once again, it's I'm a monk. Level 1. Put level 1 this time, because I like putting level. And all I have to do is click on these words to make it shorter or longer. Like if you want to have them out here, I always like to have them there for abbreviation, because by the time you get high levels, you get a lot of stuff in here. So I should not have exited out of monk. So let me get that back. I'm not sure what I have left. Let's see what I have left. All this, I got my level 1 stuff in here. I have unarmored defense. Let's look at what that is real quick, because you can actually set that up on roll20 also. So, if I have no armor, no shield, which I don't have either. I can't even really use shields or armor. I mean, I could. I just want to be good with them. It won't do me much good. My AC is 10 plus my dexterity modifier plus my wisdom modifier. There's actually a place in here if you go into settings here. Right here, armor class tracking. Change it to custom. 10 plus dex plus wisdom. And it does not allow shield, so there we go. I go back to core, and there it is. 10 plus 3 for dex plus 2 for wisdom. 15. That's all good. So I am basically ready to go, except there is one other thing. My martial arts lets me make a bonus unarmed attack. So let's just throw that in here. It's easy enough to make. Unarmed. That uses my dex because I'm a monk. Range is self, so I'm not going to change anything there. Damage is 1d4. It'll go up eventually, but for now it's 1d4. Plus dex. And there we go. Now if I want to make an unarmed attack, bam. How'd I do? How'd I do? Gotta get a C. Hey, look at that. I'm good at unarmed attacks. So, I'm almost all set. The only thing I need to add really right now is my background. The cool thing about Adventure League is you don't really need a background. That's one of the ones from the book. You can make any background you want. I think you might have to take one of the background features that's already there, but I'm going to make my background. I'm a space goblin. Now this is almost 100%. This is 100% for flavor. This is just the way my character's going to be. He's not even really going to be from space. He's just going to say he is and think he is. So, space goblins. What would a space goblin need to be good at? Space goblin, I can basically choose any of these I want. Now, if you're not running AL, your DM might make you take a regular background. Nothing wrong with that. So, I do want either persuasion or deception because I'm going to be... Alright, I'm going to be lying about stuff, but I'm going to believe I'm a space goblin. Actually, no, I'm going to keep that secret, so I don't need that stuff. I definitely want perception. Perception is the most used skill in the game. It's awesome. You need it. I also want maybe something to take advantage of my intelligence. Let's go investigation. I am actually, in this character, I'm going to be a cop. So, I know, I'm always a cop. That's funny. The video I'm about to write later on is about a cop of mine that got taken over by a bad god. And he did evil stuff. So I choose 2 of these. Now I get to choose either 2 tools, a tool and an instrument, 1 tool, 1 language, or 2 languages. I'll count instruments as tools. I'm going to choose 2 languages because those are the most useful, in my opinion. And I already got a knob. I already got a banjo. I don't need anything else. I guess technically I could choose thieves' tools, but that feels like it's kind of cheating a little bit because I didn't take one of the backgrounds for thieves' tools. So, I don't know why I'm writing this in for my weapon, but let's do this. Goblin, Common, Draconic. I always take Draconic. Once again, for game reasons, because you can use it at low level, and you can use it at high level. Dragons speak Draconic, Kobolds speak Draconic. And let's just choose another one out of the blue. Let's go... Humans speak Common. What would be the most... Let's just go... Ooh. I might try and go undercover as a gnome sometimes, so I want to speak Gnomish. Probably not, but we'll see. Because my character, in case you can't guess it, is based kind of really loosely on James Kirk from Star Trek. I'm good with my fists. Not really good at diplomacy. Kirk's not good at investigation. But the good thing about AL is until I do my first tier 2 game, until I do my first game at level 2, I can change any of this stuff I want except for the name. So name time. Sometimes I'll go over here, I'll put in a name generator, I'll go like goblin names, and it gives me goblin name generator. There's name generators for everything, so I can pick one of these. Ooh, bird. But I don't really want to do that. I want my guy to be an homage to famous sci-fi leaders, so we're gonna go with Luke T. O'Neill. O'Neill being, of course, from Stargate, MacGyver's character, Richard Dean Anderson. Awesome. But, you know what, Luke? Hans T. O'Neill. And there we go. We've got everything we need as far as I can remember. Let's take a look. This is a character I could play right now. Now, I do want to fill in all these things, and they're going to have to do with what I decide my background's going to be. And I'll fill in a backstory, but you don't need those to start out. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it interesting, or if you want me to do more of these things. I know a little bit about Roll20. I am by no means an expert. I can give you a few tutorials, like about how to actually use this thing, how to level it up. I can give you some DMs. Oh, you know what? That reminds me of what I forgot. And it's not up here. I don't know why it disappears sometimes, but all you gotta do is exit out. Go to characters over here, and where's Hans T? There he is. And now there it is. Let's put a picture in. So, there's a nice token maker online you can use. Let me get my pictures. I got them all over here somewhere. Don't look at my files. I don't think I have anything on there, but character pictures. So, I'm a goblin monk. I have this goblin I just happened to draw that is definitely not a monk. That was going to be my goblin bard that I was super excited to play. I had this amazing backstory ready for him. I rolled for his stats and rolled really well where I needed to. He was going to be amazingly fun. He was awesome. But unfortunately, that game canceled after a couple things. I mean, I even drew him because I'm like, you know what? I'm definitely going to be telling stories about this guy, so I need to draw him. So let's put good old... Gosh, what was his name? Put him up there. Man, I stink at drawing. I didn't put the shadow in the wrong place. Oh well. What's this? Love handles? And uneven buttons? Man, I'm good at this. But you know what? I can make this all goblin flesh colored. Grow the hand a little bit, and bam, I'm a monk with a vest. Win-win. So there we go. Now, if you're new to this and you want to pull your character, someone says, hey, pull your character out on the sheet, go here to your journal, click on your character. You won't see all these. This is my character creation game that I have on my Discord, so that's why all these blank ones here. Ooh, Axidor, he's my oldest character. I made Jack T. Skywalker yesterday. He was like the preview for this guy. So I just click on the name, drag it out here, and here we go. If you hold down shift and click on him, he's not set up. A lot of DMs like to set this up, put fill in numbers here and put bars here that you can see. And then you can do stuff like this. And everyone can see it sometimes. But, like I said, if you guys want to see how to do that, I can do another video about that sometime. Hold down shift, click on him, opens up your character sheet. By the way, you can always double click on the top of your character sheet to like put it in the background, move it around. Roll20 is pretty fun to navigate, and nowadays I wouldn't even suggest building a character like that. I'd suggest building it with the charactermancer, because even though the stink was so bad you could smell it from space when it first came out, it is good now. I like it a lot. So, hope you enjoyed this video and have yourself just a great day. Thank you for watching.